What is up, guys? Rick Kakis here. Thank you so much for stopping by, and today we've got some brand spanking new Destiny 2 news, courtesy of the Bungie weekly update that has just gone live, unveiling official information. And so, let's get started. Now, today was definitely a big day for D2 news, and that's because not only did this weekly update come out, but another subsidiary piece of news came out, both of which focusing on and officially unveiling and announcing the brand new event coming to Destiny 2 next week starting August 11th, and that is Solstice of Heroes. So, firstly, that was accompanied by a brand new trailer which is playing in the background. So, what the heck is Solstice of Heroes? Essentially, it's a celebration of all of the feats that the Guardians have achieved throughout the year. And the main purpose is that you're going to start and get a low rarity set of gear. It's going to be a green set of gear, which of course normally you throw away. But this set you can actually, by doing certain objectives, update it to a blue set and then eventually update it to a masterworked legendary set of armor that's capable of looking pretty darn fire. And again, for a lot of players out there who don't have a ton of Ascendant shards, gaining access to a fully masterworked set of armor is very valuable gameplay wise. So let's go over some more information for this event. Firstly, Eva Levante is returning, and the interactions you're going to have upgrading and receiving new sets of armor and stuff are all going to be through her. She's going to be next to a new statue within the tower. Secondly, something very interesting, rise to the challenge because you're going to fly the friendly skies in the European aerial zone. That's right, a brand new area, for those who haven't played last year's Solstice, is coming to Destiny 2, and this area is going to be where you're doing a lot of the events for Solstice. So you're going to go here, and it's an activity where you try to kill as many bosses as you can, and the more bosses you kill, the more loot you're going to get. But a catch to that is detailed in the next point here, Elements of Honor. So each day, the event will feature a different element. So you may have gone and absolutely slayed out with Solar, but the very next day it might be Arc, and so you're going to have to change your loadout, change your exotics likely to achieve those results that you were potentially achieving before. So every single day, it's a little bit of a different gameplay variation, which is pretty fun. Now, the point also mentions upgrading your armor and does show essentially the finished set right here, which is pretty ballin'. Now, we have another point here which details that this event is a great way for players to upgrade their power level. So it says raise your power level by earning Solstice key fragments and unlocking Solstice packages containing powerful gear and new armor upgrades. Increase your collection score for the year and continue your Moments of Triumph journey by collecting 2 additional triumphs. So that armor you're going to be getting often is going to be powerful. We've also got a new Bungie reward. You're going to get a free Solstice music soundtrack as soon as this event begins if you want it. And of course, Eververse is going to play a part, but this time it's playing a more ballin' part than usual, in the sense that, as you can see, that glowing white armor, the max rarity armor that I previously showed, you can now substitute that with Eververse ornaments that are going to make it glow whatever elemental subclass you're using. Now, I'm sure some of you have some questions about all of that information, but luckily Bungie added additional information within the weekly update that goes over this. So, firstly, once you upgrade your armor from green to blue and then blue to legendary, there's one final step from legendary to masterworked. So there's no materials required. Instead, you're going to complete a certain objective, for example, your helmet. And then if you complete that objective, you can essentially masterwork your helmet. So you're going to get all the advantages of having a masterworked piece of armor without any of the resources. And here are the objectives you're going to need to do to upgrade it to the final magnificent set. So there's complete a Nightfall Ordeal on the Master difficulty, complete a Nightmare Hunt, complete a Pit of Heresy dungeon, win 7 Trials of Osiris matches, not in a single passage, just overall, and complete a tier 5 Altar of Sorrow 3 times. Now, again, you don't have to do all of those. Every single one will essentially masterwork one piece of armor. So if some of you guys are looking at that saying, I don't want to do trials, you can avoid trials and then just have one piece of armor that doesn't get masterworked. And what that does is, again, unlock the white glow on your armor. Without that masterwork, it's going to look basically the same. It's still going to be legendary, but it won't have that crazy glow. And importantly, Bungie says you're going to need to upgrade your armor to the Majestic set during Solstice of Heroes, but you can work on these objectives until after Solstice is done and still complete them, which is great. And they also say you can continue to earn more randomly rolled pieces for your Magnificent set in the European aerial zone. So if you didn't get the stat distribution you wanted, you can keep farming the EAZ and then get the armor that you're eventually going to utilize. Now, another important addendum this time around is that, well, last year you actually had to buy all of the different elements. So you had to buy a solar set, and then an arc set, and then a whatever set. But now, this time around, you can just buy one set from Eververse of the ornaments, let's say for the Titan, and like I said earlier, that one set will change depending on whatever subclass you're on. So no need to buy or unlock all the different elemental sets, and of course, again, that will influence the glow of your armor. But this time around, because they're ornaments from Eververse, unlike last time, those ornaments really kind of only work on that specific set of armor. This time you could put any piece of armor as that elemental glow armor. So you're going to see a lot of Guardians walking around looking like this, and that's pretty sweet. But there's one more thing some of you may have been wondering. Of course, we have the 3 elements covered for now, but on November 10th with Beyond Light, we got a 4th element coming, the stasis element, essentially the darkness element. And Bungie says, yes, as you can see, these ornaments will support the stasis element. So if you unlock one of these, if you get one from Eververse and you have the 3 until now, but on November 10th, you're still using this ornament set, and then you switch to your stasis subclass, you're going to get that stasis glow, which is pretty darn sweet. But of course, the glow is not the only item available in Eververse. Here is a picture with a bunch more stuff, and Bungie actually says all of the Solstice items in Eververse are going to be available for both Silver and Bright Dust, which is obviously fantastic. But we've got some ghosts with some varying summer hats. We've got some brand new emotes, ships, and sparrows. And that's really it for the announcement. Definitely something to look forward to, and keep an eye on the channel. I always do huge upgrade guides to get your armor to the next rarity as easily as possible. Usually there's some huge time-saving tips that are discovered, and really farming the right way can matter within this event. And so guys, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed, found this informative, and if you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That's linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.